I think that the obvious assumption that most leaders and even team members make is they think that better pay is going to be more motivational and that's going to keep people more engaged.
Welcome to another $4 million Strategies, the best 4 minutes in business to give you practical tips and advice to help run your company more effectively and increase the value for you as a business owner. Really excited here to have Sean Glaze. He is with Great Results Team Building. Sean, our concept today is how do we create a loyal workforce and help reduce that turnover?
Man, I am so grateful for the question. Obviously, leaders and business owners, anybody that has a team that they're working with and responsible for, are really responsible for two things. One is results, which are obvious, and that's going to be what you normally focus on. But the other is retention, so you can continue to get those consistent results and keep good people. Talent is essential to winning in any business. My background in basketball coaching, I realized that culture was important, but in order to establish that culture, you had to make sure that you maintained first the people in your locker room being engaged and committed to that goal that you've identified and connected to each other. And one of the things that I've learned in working with businesses and leaders as a speaker and trainer and coach is specifically there are 5 or 6 loyalty anchors that help you as a leader to retain the talent that helps you continue to get the results that you want.
Okay. All right. So we got to pull that string because you just left it out there. Give us a couple of these key areas, key strengths that you just mentioned that help improve that and reduce that turnover.
I think that the obvious assumption that most leaders and even team members make is they think that better pay is going to be more motivational and that's going to keep people more engaged. And what you find in research is that once they achieve a level where they think that their pay is fair or appropriate for the work that they're doing, it doesn't necessarily improve their performance or motivation. What you see is motivation dips and engagement dips when they don't feel that it's fair. So pay is something that really, once you take it off the table, it's the other things that really great leaders focus on. And I use the cheesy, simple, silly acronym GREAT for leaders to have a way to focus on the 5 areas of culture that help them to build a great culture. The first is goals. You need to have a really meaningful purpose. People want to know that what they're doing matters and they're having an impact on something that they care about. And the next thing that I think is incredibly important for leaders to focus on is relationships, that idea of making sure that they're connected with those people. I think that having a friend at work increases retention significantly, but people feeling that you as a leader understand and appreciate their talents and their situation and their desires goes a long way to them being loyal to you as well.
That's absolutely fantastic. So of those items, what do you think is the most difficult thing that managers have a hard time overcoming?
I think oftentimes you see this with the team building events that I'll facilitate. It's that connection, especially in remote or hybrid workforces now, that sense of connection where managers need to take the time in one-on-one conversations to really build an appreciation for what is that team member going through, what are their desires, what are their challenges, what are their strengths that then you can share with other members of the team so you understand who is that maybe subject matter expert that collaboration becomes more successful because they have an appreciation. And again, when you think about the other kind of loyalty anchors that leaders can focus on. Obviously, purpose is important, people are important, but setting and clarifying parameters and those expectations of how we're going to work together and when we're going to be meeting and when you need to have asynchronous types of responsibilities is important. I think that identifying progress and making sure that people see that what they're doing is being noticed and that you actually have milestones along the way to then praise your people for them to feel seen are unbelievably positive ways to, again, make sure you're building that culture of loyalty so that people stick around so they can continue to grow the business and get the results that you want.
Sean, thank you so much for bringing those great insights and how to create a better and more loyal workforce while reducing turnover. Thank you so much for being part of $4 Million Strategies.
Really enjoyed the chance to share, Carl.